7 pillars of Catholic spirituality. Number 1, confession. I know. I know how you feel. I know what you think. I know what people say. I know all the emotions and the resistance and all of that that goes along with just the word confession. Heard all the excuses. I've got some favorites, of course, that I like to hear from time to time. You know, people say to me, oh, I can't go to confession. I say, why not? They say, because my priest, he knows me. Funny, I thought that was the idea, but what's the problem with that? They say, well, if he knew my sins, he would never talk to me ever again. Don't kid yourself. You're not that original. It's not like you're going to tell him anything he hasn't heard. I say to them, well, can't you go behind the screen? They say, yeah, but even if I go behind the screen, he knows my voice. Try confessing in an Australian accent. See how that works for you. You know, then we've got a culture out there that says, you don't need to go to confession. Our culture tells us you don't need to go to confession because our culture tells us sin and evil don't really exist. Our culture tells us sin and evil were invented by the church to control people, to manipulate people. If you believe that, seriously, if you believe that sin and evil don't exist, please go home tonight and watch your 10 o'clock news. Having watched your 10 o'clock news tonight, if you still believe that sin and evil don't exist, seek professional help. Because sin and evil, they're real in our lives. They're real in the world. And it would be lovely, wouldn't it? It'd be lovely if we could just gather up all the evil people and drop them on an island. I mean, just gather up all the evil people, put them together on one island, and just let them have at it. Let them, like, self-destruct. The only problem with that is that doesn't work. You know, they tried that once. Yeah, down in Australia. And the reason we can't just gather up all the evil people and drop them on an island and let them self-destruct is because there is a line that separates good from evil. There is a line, but it isn't out there somewhere. The line that separates good from evil is cast down the center of my heart and the center of your heart. The battle's not out there. The battle's in here. And that's why we just can't gather up all the evil people and drop them on an island. Here in America, we got 4 million people incarcerated in America. 4 million people. The battle's not out there. The battle's in here. We got another group of people who say, well, I don't need to go to confession to a priest. I got lots of friends like that, Catholics and non-Catholics. They say, I confess to God, but I don't need to go to confession to a priest. I say, well, why not? They say, because me and Jesus, we're mates. We're buddies. We're tight. We're friends. We're close. I just tell Jesus my stuff, and he forgives me. It's a nice idea, isn't it? I mean, really, when you think about it, lovely idea. Only problem with that one is it doesn't work. You know why? Because you and me, we're human beings. And as human beings, we have a phenomenal ability to deceive ourselves. Yes or yes? Yes. Oh, yeah. We can convince ourselves of all sorts of crazy stuff. That's why this me and Jesus thing doesn't work. That's why Jesus didn't set it up that way to begin with. You see, when Jesus instituted the sacrament of confession, he wasn't doing it to give you one more thing to do. He wasn't doing it to strike a blow at your self-esteem or to make you feel guilty or bad about yourself or shameful of any of those things. When Jesus instituted the sacrament of confession, he was acting as the divine psychologist. Why? Because we all have a great need to confess. Every single one of us. Because every single one of us, every single day, we do things that stop us from becoming the best version of ourselves. Yes or yes? Yes. Every single day we do these things that stop us from becoming the best, and then we carry all that stuff around with us everywhere we go. We take it to work, we take it home in a family, we take it to our marriage, we pass it to our kids, we carry all that stuff around with us. And if you think you can carry all that stuff around with you and it's not affecting you physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, and psychologically, if you think you can carry all that stuff around with you and it's not affecting you, then you're either the king or the queen of La La Land. Because it's real. We do things that affect us deeply, physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, and psychologically.